Alright, well today I'm working on a 1996 Buick Roadmaster, and this is what we're working on. The reason why I've taken this driver's side second door or rear door apart was because this little clip right here is busted. Okay, this little nylon clip, and this is an orange one, it's the original. The aftermarket ones are white, and the Dorman ones are just little round donuts. I think the Dorman one is a 74444. That's the part number for it right there. But to get that clip out, well, you can't see it here. I'll have to show it later. But that's what it looks like when you take this all apart. And there's two things that are probably the biggest detractor on taking this apart will be these two little clip areas right here. You can get that door panel loose, but when it comes time to get those two clips out, it's a whole different program. So let's have a look at what we've got. Now, I've got this one upside down so that I could take it apart. And of course, this thing here is worthless. If you take it apart and take the bulb out, forget it. You still have to unplug the harness somewhere else because it's built into the wires are built into the module. So on the inside here, you'll see that there's like a little clip there. There's one there. There's one over here, and I think this one here is actually busted off. It was very, very difficult to get that out. And I'm going to take everybody step by step on this other door so that we can see how things go, okay? And like I said, on this light housing here, forget it, okay? Don't even worry about it. There's a hidden screw right here in this hole, okay? Little Phillips head screw. The one on the other side was stripped out, unscrewed. It didn't even unscrew, so it's, you know, there's nothing you can do about that. Now, to take this window control thing out in the front, that's the front dummy. There we go. In the front, it has the little ledge, okay, the little locking bar. The front will not come up. The back will, okay? Now, I put tape on here to protect it from the tool. You can do whatever you want. This stuff is all plastic and there's no guarantees, but you will have to take this out to take this panel off. You flip it over, you'll unplug this plug from here, and you need to pull on the plug first. Whoops, before I drop it. You need to pull on that plug first, and let me put it in there and show a little better idea. Alright, now I'm going to try to do this with holding the camera and all this business at the same time, and it's not easy, so please be patient. So you need to put a little tension on these wires like this and scoot these two things out just a little bit at a time if you don't want to break them off. Okay, and so you get it moving. Once you get it moving, it's really hard to do this with one hand. Oh. Well, the sucker just comes out. So anyway, once you get it moving, okay, and get the tabs so that they're pushed out by the body of this, it'll come unplugged. So it's not that hard. If you're really worried about breaking these off, you know, you have to just take it slow. You know, if you go after it and bend this tab out and expect it to do what you want, it's not. It's just going to break off. So anyway, that's how that goes. This other part here that I'm going to show is this little door lock thing. It has one little screw in it right here. And to get this thing out, you have to stand it straight up. Okay? See, this is how it goes back on. All right, and it's not pretty. I don't know what they were thinking about some of this stuff when they designed it, but when it goes back on, it goes like this. When it comes off the same way. You just have to pull it out and turn it up and slide it out. So that's a tricky job too. It seems like every single thing on this is a tricky job, and mostly because it's just the plastic is so brittle. You're afraid you're gonna break it right off. So these here just have these little clips, okay? And so what I did was I just got a tool and popped it out. Now someone has messed with this before. You can see that they've got hot glue in here or some kind of glue that they've put in there to keep it from doing that. Probably, I wouldn't doubt it if it was at the dealer. But the front one is the same way. You just prise it out a little bit on the front, and then there's a Phillips head screw. There's 2 Phillips head screws. There's one there, one there. All right, so the next spot is I always put tape all the way around here because you're gonna ding the hell out of this thing. You get a couple of little panel tools like this. Okay, these are just some cheap little pry bars. The idea is that this one here fits around that little pin that's back there. And this one starts with the screw, and you can work your way up. And there's one here. You're going to want to put that around it like this and push out. And I'm telling you, it's going to feel like you're going to break the whole thing, bust the whole door in half. These things are so tight that it's like they're getting destroyed when you pull that out. So there's one here, there's one here. You can see where the mar marks are. One there. You got a screw there. There'll be one over here and a couple on this side. I don't remember exactly where they're at. It's about right here, and then there's one up high. So you're gonna have to get all those busted loose before you can move to the next step with this panel. And every bit of it is not fun. It's difficult and hard to get to, and it's all plastic, old plastic. So just hang on there and let me get these others out and get to the next step. Okay, so this is looking at from the bottom of the door. You can see that there's one here, and then there's the plug for the courtesy light. It's just hanging. It'll take 2 hands to get that out, but it's got like a little push pin on it. You just push that pin in and get it out. I seriously doubt I can do it with one hand because it's plastic and it's been there for a long time. So, but anyway, this bottom corner of the door, it's got one here, and as you go up the side, there's one there, and then I'll show it again in a minute because I'm looking at it from under the door. Okay, the screw, you can see the one screw is right here. There's the secret screw. Just go along the bottom of this door. You've got one right there. So I'll show it from the top in just a moment. Okay, so going from this door pull, there's one here. Okay, you can see the one there, a little ways down. You got one about right there, and then of course that one that's down there. So finding those is pretty important. What we have now is the door is loose, and normally what you would do on a door panel is you would just lift it up, but on this particular vehicle, you've got a heck of a time ahead of you. Because pushing up on this, the whole door panel goes squarely on you. It just doesn't have the strength within itself to hold together. But what you're doing is you're trying to get this door to push up, and it's stuck. It's stuck on those 2 plastic little clips that are on the other side. I'll show you on the other side. These 2 little plastic, well, it's not plastic here, but there's a little plastic clip that clicks in here. There's one there, okay? This is what it looks like on the door. That little plastic doodad. And I don't even think it depresses or anything. It's not like a clip or anything. It really does suck. It's a tricky deal. The other one just broke clean off. So we'll have to figure that out when it goes back together, if it's going to be loose or something. I doubt it. I don't even think it needs it, but I'm going to have a look at it, see if I can get to it with a tool. Okay, so I was able to get in there. Now, I stuck my hand in here like this, and I found that hole with the end of my fingers, okay? I found where it goes, and I was able to get a long pry bar like this and I was able to work the end of that plastic clip with this tool and get it to respond. So I was able to get it to work that way. As tight as this thing is, it's impossible for me to get a video of that. So you're just gonna have to take my word for it. You can feel that little, you can feel the hole where it goes with your hand, with just tips of your finger, and guide the tool up there and pop that little guy loose. And of course, don't let it fall back down, because then you'll have to do it again probably. I don't know. But how to get to the one in the back, I don't know. I might have to go from the side over there. But I was able to innervate that small plastic clip there and get it to release. So I'm going to try to do it on the back one, and I'll see how it goes. But this thing, they did not make this come apart easy. This is tricky. All right, so there's the back one. As you can see, I messed with it with that tool quite a bit. And I dug on it and dug on it and dug on it, trying to get it to release, and man, it wouldn't. And I fooled around with the whole door, and finally till it just broke off. Now, that thing fits in there so tight, it's amazing. I don't really think it even needs that. It'll be fine without it. So anyway, so that's the story on getting that door panel off. And what you do from now to get to access to those little track doodads is pull this plastic up from the bottom. Don't pull it up from the top, because it's pop riveted on there, and you want it to stay a rain-worthy item, moisture-worthy item. So you pull it from the bottom, and then you can lower the window down or drill out your rivets or whatever you got to do to work on that door panel. So I hope this helps somebody. Have a good day.